lovely mum.
Hello.
And my favourite driver, Bob.
Disco Bob.
Disco Bob. Yeah. And remember, his music is guaranteed to turn your granny on.
Correct. Make sure you get including.
Yep.
You've heard of the rest, now book the best.
Yep, you've heard the rest, now book the best. Yeah, so it was a pretty good day.
Won't be a minute.
Bob's just going to get his car looked at. He had a bit of a emergency with the wiper coming off. He did amazingly well though, because it was raining like crazy this morning on the way there. That one stopped working, and somehow Bob could see through all the rain on the windshield, so he must have extra senses we don't know about. So, yeah, it was a pretty good day at Clatterbridge. Pretty horrible night, though. I had some nasty nightmares last night. It's just something that happens every now and then. So, I did wake up not feeling so great, but it went away pretty quickly. And I got to see my specialist nurse today, Helen. I really need to introduce you to her at some point, possibly on Monday. Because it's important to know what those guys do. She made us feel very positive again. The treatment was very quick today. Not too much waiting, which is always good.
I'm tired.
She's tired. She's more tired than me, and I'm going through radiotherapy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm still not getting any tiredness effects yet.
Morning.
Yeah, we are doing early mornings with radiotherapy. I'm sort of stuck on this early morning rota, which is a bit annoying, as when I wake up I don't really have the stomach to get breakfast if it's too early.
You're me.
Yeah, I think we're all a bit like that in our family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're starving now.
Yeah, so I'm going to go home and have a very fatty meal.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. Nice bit of...
Bacon.
Yeah, get those ketones on the go. Yep.
Fancy bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs. Sounds good. Yeah.
Mm.
And we've got the shopping coming this week, so I get to have all my avocados come in, and then I can make my scrambled egg and avocado breakfast in the week. Hey Internet, so I just need to make some quick corrections to some of the things that were in yesterday's vlog. And that is where I mentioned keto acidosis. That's something I've thankfully never had. And it's something you won't get when as soon as you go on the ketogenic diet. That would be kind of a fatal thing if you got that. So also that is basically something that diabetics get when their insulin doesn't function properly. So that's not something you'd have to worry about going on a diet like this. Also, the urine strips, the test kits for ketosis, they're testing for, I think it's called acidotates, and what you really want to elevate is your blood ketones, which is B-hydroxybutyrate. Basically, your ketones in urine will stop showing once you have fully adapted to the diet. So basically, if you really need to probably invest in one of those kits where you have to basically prick your finger, you know, like what a diabetic patient does when they're checking their blood glucose and so on, and you then use this ketosis electronic reader, and that will try to give you a more accurate reading of your blood ketosis. There's so many places where you can read about this sort of stuff. If you just go to www.ketogenic-diet resources.com and so on. You can just find so much stuff about it. There is a lot of data around about it now. Also, another thing to consider with a diagnosis like this is to keep up to date on what your vitamin D levels are. Now, for my at the moment, it's not the best thing, but I do take a supplement which is just this vitamin D3, which I just got off Amazon. But you can't beat the sun. But unfortunately, living in the UK, it's often very overcast. So that was the weather. Now, a source of frustration that I'm finding at the moment is the government petition, which closed and passed its 100,000 signature requirement, has now been waiting for 33 days for a debate date. So as you can see here, here's the petition, and it's definitely gone over target. It's closed. We've done our work, our fair share of the work on that petition. Is the government going to just ignore us on this? You know, are they actually going to do something about this ridiculous shortfall in funding for brain tumours, the biggest cancer killer of under 40s? Or are they, you know, what's going to happen? 33 days, that's more than a month. You know, people would have died within that time. The government has to pull a finger out on this. I mean, it's bad enough that in this country, the way they run clinical trials, they're based on monotherapies, and they don't want to do combination therapies because they put the science ahead of the Hippocratic Oath, because they want to know if you were to do a combination therapy trial, and it worked well, then the scientists would want to know which drug worked, and so they put that ahead of the fact that who cares, you know, your patients survived. And I think that's one of the areas that I'm going to be campaigning on in this country as I go through this fight, because in the early to mid 90s, you know, there was ACT UP to get the governments to wake up and use combination therapies to treat HIV and AIDS, and that was successful. Now, this disease is multifaceted, and it's looking increasingly like it needs a combination therapy approach. So this country needs to buck its ideas up on how it's running clinical trials. It needs to buck its ideas up on which overseas foreign clinical trials it is accepting and declining. For example, the Tokagen trial, there is no transparency from either the government or the company that runs the trial on why it's not coming to the UK. So there is a lot of things in this country that need improving in terms of finding better cancer treatment. Yeah, so I'll leave it there then. So see you later, Internet.